One of the most self-confident players in the game. Is there naturally an intimidation with Ronnie out there?
I think it's more respect than anything else. I think you know how good he is. I think you know that, you know, your mistakes are magnified. We saw that with the safety shot before off Neil where he hit the black. The only poor shot he's played he hasn't concentrated on, and he sat down and watched the 90 break.
But actually, Neil Robertson can intimidate other players, so I think they're evenly matched in their own way, because when he gets a strut on around the table, he can be quite hard to knock out of his own rhythm.
This is an important frame, this one, last of the session.
Yeah, well, Neil Robertson may have a go at this red up into the corner, because depending on the angle he can play for the black, and he wouldn't leave a great deal, so this is one that shouldn't have been available to him. I'll tell you what, I think everyone in the Crucible thought that red was in there. But as I mentioned, as he looks up, he can see the monitor, so the players can see the action replays. And that's one of the new features here. It didn't used to have monitors the players could see. The first time they did that was at the Wembley Conference Centre before they moved the Masters, and I remember putting a line up, and Matthew Stevens was in a snooker and he couldn't see anything. He looked up, seen a monitor, and he looked up to the commentary box and said, "Not a bad idea." So then they had to stop doing that.
Stroked it in, and such a deadly potter, you're frightened to leave him a sniff at anything.
Six. I think when you get to the 4 frames, you know you're not going to be behind going into the second session, so that eases a little bit of the pressure. And
7.
Now he's going to try and push on and win the session 5-3, which will be quite a good result. He'll be delighted with that if he can do it.
Sure.
Not happy with that one. Thought he'd be a lot straighter on this red. Yeah, I thought it was well, about the 3rd and 4th frames, he just looked as though his confidence had been knocked slightly, Neil, but seems to have got it back now. You know, he missed a couple of shots that he felt he didn't, but they're forgotten about. And, well, he got the cannon on the ground, but he's finished nicely on the blue if he wants to play the cannon full ball into the pink. There's one loose red he could play for, but this is a good opportunity. And he took it. Now, all you're looking for is an easy red to carry on with. And he hasn't got one.
17.
A little unlucky. He hit the pink pretty well. Opened the reds, but everything seems to go to the cushion.
Yeah, if anything, he hit them too hard. They were all open, as you said, at one stage, and then they all disappeared towards the cushions. Now, this one's pretty straight. You can't do a great deal with the cue ball. It's not an easy pot, as you can see. Tried to force an angle 17. There. But it's perfectly safe by the looks of things. Not unless Ronnie wanted to risk a double. But if he could take a double on in such a way that he could get the cue ball safe, it might be worth the risk because of the black over the pocket. That's what he's played. Nothing wrong with that choice there. The boys were mentioning in the studio about Neil getting a bit of a strut on. You used to do that, JV. It was more of a stomp when you went gone round the table than a strut. Well, they're both going for a double.
Yep, and both have played the cue ball pretty well, so they've not left anything. I don't see how Ronnie can play anything here, but just a little containing safety. That cue ball being so close to the top cushion, well, thinks he's found something. Oh dear me. Dear me. What a pot that was. That's as good as you will see on a snooker table. Take my word for it.
Well, you said he had to find something. Well, he found something very special indeed there. Can he come back across the table? There's a few reds available. He might even cannon into them. And he has. How have they opened? And that's pretty good. Now he's got a fabulous chance, but boy, if he does score enough to take the frame, that opening red was just something very, very special. Probably the best shot in this year's World Championship.
Well, I think he wants to play this red just to make room for the pink. I think that just clears the pink spot area.
It doesn't seem that long ago since all the reds were near
15.
cushions.
Yeah.
16.
That black takes him 6 points in the lead. So there's enough reds in open
20.
play here for him to win the frame without having to disturb anything.
24.
I mean, even though we've had quite a bit of safety play, his average shot
30.
time still at 18 seconds. That's going to come down the way he's going here.
Yeah, Neil Robertson's shot time of 23 seconds. That's fair. We've seen everything here, but I must admit the opening red, I mean,
37.
even Neil, who's one of the best potters we've ever seen in the game, would have, well, that would have taken his breath away.
$38.
Looking at the scoreboard, yes, you can do it without removing the awkward reds away from the cushion. Here's the red.
You'd never get tired looking at that pot, and here it is one more time.
44.
Have a look at that for queuing.
45.
And after Ronnie had consulted the scoreboard, he realised that he didn't need that red on the right-hand side cushion. That's why he didn't play to cannon it off. That was a heavy contact there, wasn't it? But fortunately, it didn't stop the pink going in the pocket. On a bad day,
51.
it could have knocked it offline.
That leapt off the bed of the table, the pink there, but it stayed on line.
52.
And this break, well, not even coming up to four minutes.
Yeah, he's choosing the green because it's obviously a formality to get on the red that's just off the cushion. He doesn't want to be running into the other red if he can help it.
55.
As I say, there's a couple of reds in the open. Well, he was able to avoid it.
56.
In a perfect world, he'd have liked to have been on the blue, but if he pots this yellow, he's just looking for one more red in a colour. Just tucking the waistcoat in. He's going to be dangerously close to this red.
58.